Breaking anti-American commissioner frantic as NFL was dealt their final death blow. There truly is nothing better than when a boycott is successful for all the right reasons. Many NFL players have made statements that if we don't want to watch, then we don't need to. Little do they know that if we don't watch, they won't get ratings, and their ratings are what dictate their sponsorships. State representatives in many places are pulling tax funding from teams as well because taxpayers don't want to have to pay to see anti-American protests. The NFL literally is on its last leg, and it is questionable if they can come back from this regardless of what they do. Teams are now all standing during the anthem, but ratings show that it may be too late for them. Americans have been silent long enough as the silent majority, and now we are standing in force to tell everyone that if you want to disrespect our symbols of freedom and our military, you will be shunned and shut down. According to AFF, the NFL's social justice crusade has finally caught up to the league, and it's safe to say it won't be recovering anytime soon. As the entire nation knows, the league decided to jump feet first into social justice politics and allow its players to blatantly disrespect the nation, our flag, and our national anthem on the field before their games. The controversy started last year, but was brought into the spotlight when President Trump called out the disrespectful players for their anti-American antics. Ever since, players, coaches, trainers, and owners have all staged protests against the president's remark, much to the displeasure of their fans. When the issue was reignited by the president, this reporter was on record stating that the NFL was picking a fight that it wasn't going to win, and it turns out I was right. According to a shock survey from the Winston Group, the NFL's brand popularity has plummeted to record lows, making it the least popular sport out of all professional sports. The worst part for the league, it happened over the course of a month. The same month, the league decided to fight with the president. Do you think they hear us now? From the Washington Examiner. Over just 1 month, of player, coach, and owner protests of the flag and national anthem, the National Football League has gone from America's sport to the least liked of top professional and college sports, according to a new poll. From the end of August to the end of September, the favorable ratings for the NFL have dropped from 57% to 44%, and it has the highest unfavorable rating, 40% of any big sports, according to the Winston Group survey provided exclusively to Secrets. Worse for football, which was already seeing their lower TV ratings and empty stadium seats. The month of protests and complaints about them from the president drove core fans, men 34 to 54, away, the most significant indicator that NFL brass aren't in touch with their base. The Winston poll from the Washington-based Winston Group found that the attitude of those fans went from an August rating of 73% favorable and 19% unfavorable to 42% favorable and 47% unfavorable, a remarkable turn against the sport. That's going to leave a mark. When you upset the silent majority in this country, there's consequences, severe consequences. The Examiner outlined exactly where the NFL stands among other professional sports, and it really doesn't look good. And here they have all the percentages, which are basically unfavorable. Of course, the league only has Roger Goodell and the players union to thank, since both have not only allowed but encouraged the anti-American demonstrations to persist. And now we know why. As it turns out, the NFL Players Union has partnered with George Soros on several different anti-Trump initiatives, with the NFLPU donating generously to Soros-connected groups over the years. Stats reported by the Independent Journal, the favorability rating of the National Football League continued its precipitous free fall this week, even among the league's most ardent fans, and it gets worse. According to a new survey, the NFL is no longer America's favorite sport. Moreover, it's not even close. As the Washington Examiner reports, barely a month into continuing on-field protests by players and now coaches, the NFL has not only fallen from its once lofty perch to the least liked among top professional sports and top college sports as well. And there goes the percentages again. Well, the fans that don't want to, the Tennessee Titans tight end Delaney Walker offered some blunt advice a couple of weeks back to fans angry over the protests. In a word, bye, he said. The fans that don't want to come to the game? I mean, okay, bye. I mean, if you feel that we're disrespecting you, don't come to the game. You don't have to. No one's telling you to come to the game. It's your freedom of choice to do that. Clearly, millions of once rabid NFL are following Walker's advice to a T. I wonder if those like Walker still feel the same about us simply not watching. He and many others should have thought twice about the words they chose to use to excuse their disgraceful actions. Many countries put a person to death for disrespecting their flags and anthems. We simply shut you down. Feel blessed. Players may be screaming that they have the right to do what they want to do on the field, but they forget that we then have the right to make them pay with consequences. I hope they catch on before they no longer have jobs. Then again, maybe if they lose their jobs, they will truly understand the real plight of the people they claim to be helping with their ignorant protests. Absolutely. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.